Our adventure begins in Port Hardy, one of the most northerly towns on Vancouver Island. Sitting snugly in a local cafe, Marta and I purchase the backcountry camping passes and jot down the tide times. The conditions in these parts are by nature wet and cloudy, yet with this summer's unusual weather we are faced with blue skies and sunshine, which is quite welcome considering the muddy reputation of the Cape Scott Trail. Right now we're driving the road to the Cape Scott trailhead. It's 60 kilometers long and all gravel. It's important that you drive slowly and defensively because of the logging trucks that are on the road between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and sometimes later, I imagine. It's well graded and a bit bumpy. You just go 50 and cruise along and it seems to be okay. Just watch out for tight corners and soft shoulders and just fast trucks. Anything else? Nope. Come on. We pull into the Heritage Park, a mere 800 meters from the trailhead. This camp is run by a classic friendly old fella who charges $10 per person a night for camping and $5 a night for secure vehicle parking. A great service for people like us who don't feel comfortable leaving all of our possessions parked at the trailhead.
Ready for the Cape Scott Trail.
The next morning, with blue skies overhead, the friendly old fella drove us to the trailhead for the start of our trek. The trail winds through a forest for 3 kilometers until it encounters Eric Lake, a good but buggy place to camp if you make a late start. The views are all forest for the first day, but that doesn't mean it's boring. The well-read hiker can enjoy the deep history of this area and follow the branch-off trails into an old graveyard or out to the dikes. It adds a great element to the usual grind of forest hiking. We stride past the 9-kilometer mark and reach Fisherman River, the cleanest water source and a great place to rest for lunch before the final stretch to the beach. The most popular camping spot is Nell's Bight at 17 kilometers. Its popularity comes from the plentiful amount of sand to camp, water close by, and a ranger's cabin staffed in peak season. We entered past a congregation of floats strung through the trees like grapes on a vine and are immediately struck by the vast ocean view. The 100-meter stretch from forest to water is lined with soft sand and dotted with driftwood, each unique and battered by time. Hola chicos!
Hola.
We are at Nell's Bight. This one is almost 17 kilometers from the parking lot, and now we are probably 5 kilometers from the lighthouse. You can see behind us there is a ranger's cabin for emergencies, and it is staffed in the summer. We've got a lucky, beautiful day out here. Clear skies, nice weather, it's nice and warm. Feels good.
Very good.
Hey Marta, what are you doing?
I'm watching the sunset.
Really? In Spanish?
Estoy viendo el atardecer.
Which sunset? Is it this one? This one over here? Oh, that's a pretty nice sunset. The next morning I saw an older hiking couple standing still, squinting at something. "Is that a bear?" they asked me. Sure enough, I focused my eyes to the trail entrance and saw a black bear standing on its hind legs surveying the little tent city that had been erected on his beach. For this reason, all the official tent sites on the trail have food caches, and hikers should be bear aware. Many people stay at Nell's Bight for the duration of their hike. This is the most comfortable way to do the trail, but not for those who seek a bit more solitude. Halfway to the lighthouse there is another beach camp called Guy's Bay, which we packed up and moved our little nylon home to that morning. This was my favourite due to the calmer, clearer water and interesting sand dunes to explore nearby. Stronger hikers should consider aiming here for the first night. From Guy's Bay we dropped our weight and headed to the lighthouse. The trail is nice and easy, including a side trip to the sea stacks. Most trekkers will hit the lighthouse in well under an hour. The keepers are very friendly and the grounds are beautifully kept. Another tranquil night faded into a classic foggy morning for the Cape. Hey guys, we're in Guy's Bay. On our mission to try all the camps, we broke tradition and moved our camp again to Nissan Bight. This camp is only 15 kilometers from the trailhead, but the furthest from the lighthouse. This is the beach you go to if you want to be alone. Most Cape Scott hikers only day hike here, and only half of the few people on the North Coast Trail would set up camp here. We were one of 3 camps on this kilometer-long beach and found it very relaxing. The water is a 2-kilometer round trip from the food cache, so it's best to get as much as possible in one go. Welcome to Nissan Beach 5-star resort. We have a penthouse, air-conditioned, surrounded by beautiful decorations. We have a state-of-the-art fireplace with views of the ocean. What else do we have in here, Marta? That's it. Super duper sleeping pads. Best night's sleep ever. A little bit of washing. 1 kilometer up the beach only. Closest shower I've ever taken. And a stainless steel food cache. I'll show you that later. As I said earlier, Nissan Bight. Nobody else around. Best accommodation on the planet. Right there. You think your fridge is fancy? Look at these. Bomb-proof stainless steel. Carabiner locked. You want toilet facilities? We got it. Freshly painted. Ready to go today, just for us. As you can see, toilet roll holder as you find in McDonald's. And a sweet, sweet toilet. Great views out the roof. Can't beat this. Close by is Fisherman's Bay, another area with history and incredible sunset vistas. On the 4th day, we cruised the 15 kilometers out with big smiles on our faces and satisfaction in our hearts. For the beginner or intermediate trekker, this is a perfect trail to gain confidence without the large crowds many of the trails further south on the island experience. It can be easily customized to suit what you like and give a stunning variety of vistas and experiences to ride home about. For the more advanced hiker, I would recommend this for a relaxing getaway, or if you want something similar but challenging, look into the North Coast Trail, with an extra day hike to the lighthouse on the Cape. Above all, try to hike in a good weather window. I don't imagine the beach camping to be great in the ocean wind and rain. Safe trails.